YouTube is happening. It is Wednesday, May 28th. And when you talk about baseball first today, there are 15 games on the slate. Typical Wednesday. A good bit of the games are day games. You can see a handful of games start at 1 o'clock Eastern, going through the day all the way. So it's spread out. We got baseball all day long. We're going to break this down, look at the spreadsheet, look at the props, see if we can find some value. But first, let's see what we took yesterday. This is the place we took. Go ahead. Go ahead. Oh, that ended it. There's the place we took. Sagano was terrible. Do give 4 hits in the first inning. Atlanta stranded how many on base? Yeah, that wasn't there. Cincy did good. Evaldi did amazing. And then Arizona nicely. And then Miami and the White Sox both had chances to cover the 1.5 and both lost by 2. So we were so close to an amazing day. It slipped away. So what can we do? So if you want the plays typed out or access to the spreadsheet so you can do your own research, check out the HQ. Simple as that. We move on. It's a new day. We have 15 games. We're not going to waste time. Let's get to the first one right now. All right, let's do a quick little run through of the weather real quick just to see what's happening. First thing I see is a little bit of rain happening in Tampa. Obviously, afternoon showers is always a thing here. Cleveland has a little bit of issues with rain. Detroit has a little bit of issues with rain, but the wind's blowing at 11. Nothing in Milwaukee. New York, a little bit of issues potentially. It's one of them days, right? It's one of them days. Houston and Arizona have nothing. San Diego went out at 9. Baltimore, some issues as well. Philly, a lot of issues. There's KC, there's the Cubs, there's nothing in Texas, obviously, and then the Angels and the Mariners. So we have a handful of games that could potentially have some rain issues. So we need to watch out for that. So enough of that. Let's go ahead and jump over to the first game, which is going to be Dodgers and Guardians. And currently, where are they at? Because everybody starts at the same time. There it is. Dodgers 145.9 is our total. Look over at the spreadsheet. We can see what's happening. We see 5-5, 4-6 in the last 10. What are we doing, guys? Both teams are kind of just below average, struggling. Both teams are terrible at batting, but they're still getting runs. So RBIs, walks, batting average is not good, but the hits are good. Love when that happens. Let's go look at the pitchers. Let's see who's pitching this one today. So we have Kershaw going up against a random mystery person because it's not that random. I know it is. It is absolutely that random. Let me hit a refresh real quick. We literally have a few hours till the game starts, and look at this. Just look at the nonsense that Cleveland's out here doing. What is this? We have nothing. So all right, we'll do what we can. So we can't take a side to win because we don't know who LA is going to be facing. We know Cleveland's facing Kershaw. That's all we know, and those are his props. Over strikeouts has not been good recently. Now he's only pitched in 2, maybe 3 games down the season. Is this his third game or is this is his third game? So yeah, so he's pitched in 2 and 1. Not the best. How many innings? 2 and 4. Ooh, look at the earned runs. Nothing in 2 innings. 5 and 4 innings. Oh, buddy. All right. Let's look at the matchup histories and everything. Well, we have literally nothing. Let's go back to Cleveland. Kershaw versus Cleveland. There's your history and your data right there. I can't really do much with this. Man, yeah, I don't know who the pitcher is. It's a weird start. We're gonna pass in this first one. Let me show you the bats too. Let me make sure let me show you everything. Make sure you've got everything you need. Maybe we got a bat that stands out. Let me swap this out. Dude, we got some 80s. Santana's doing pretty decent, but again, I don't want to take any Cleveland players against Kershaw because it's Kershaw. I know he didn't. I'm a little leery of that because looking at these numbers, I'm like, yeah, it's damn Kershaw. We ain't trying to take plays against him. The only one who's done good, Ramirez, and that's 2 for 3 with a home run. That's it. Everybody else is, yeah, exactly. So we're gonna pass completely. Move on to the next one. All right, luckily that's the only game on the schedule where a pitcher isn't decided yet. So the other 14 have pitchers listed. So let's move on to the next one. Hopefully something better. We're moving on to San Fran and Detroit. And currently we got Detroit 115 with an 8 total. You see right there. Let's go over to the spreadsheet. Ew. San Fran, what is you doing, boo-boo? That is just not good. Okay. Well, hopefully, who's Detroit sending out the pitch today? I'd love to see this. This is gonna be a fun little matchup. I'm pretty sure of it. Let's go and look over at the pitchers, and it's Landon Roop Day. Over 4.5 hits. His hit every time this season is one of my favorite plays to take. Beautiful times. And Jackson Job's going out there. Okay. You've been pretty bad too, but these two offenses, man. Okay, Landon, Detroit hits is what, 26? Damn, why is it gotta be so bad? Why y'all gotta suck? Why can't y'all just do your job? We gotta look at both of these because these are Oh man, look at this dude is consistent, man. He is like this is the consistency we like. 142 over 4.5. Only issue is I don't want to take it today. Like we take advantages. We look at the numbers like, ooh, that's a good advantage. We don't look at this like, oh, he's hit 9 in a row. We're going to take it. We see land and rope, we get excited, but then we see Detroit and we get less excited because it just what Detroit? What are you doing? So I cannot take Landon Roop today. I know it is a sad day when I can't take Mr. Roop. I hope he has a great day. I hope he pitches a no-hitter the way, yeah, both these teams are. And I come over here and see Jackson. I'm like, Jackson, what's up, buddy? How you been doing? Earn runs? That looks beautiful. 1.5 over minus 174. Sure. Yeah, it looks good. Then we see 30th. I can't do that. See, look at the prop. See, it looks great. 3, 6, 1, 2, 2 looks good. I can't do it. Not against these bats are too terrible right now. We use this because this isn't just one person having a slump. That's the whole damn team having a slump. You know how hard it is for a whole team to slump to bat buck 86 as a team? Come on. Come on. Get out of my face. Get out of here. Get out of here. Let's go look over here. Let's go look at these matchups. I know some of you degenerates are going to bet this nonsense. I know you are. I know you are. Here, I'll help you bet though. Here's Joe. No history. I'll even show you righties in this one because I know some of you want to see righty lefties. I don't show them all the time, but there you go. There's your righties for Detroit, and then we went Loup versus Detroit. Look, Riley's. There you go. Nothing. He is a stud against them. I ain't touching this today. Nothing in this one. I'm passing this one. Next. All right, let's move on to Minnesota Tampa. We're 0 for 2. See if we can find something here. We have Tampa minus 110. It's a pick 'em. What am I saying? 7.5 is our total. Let's look over at the spreadsheet. Look at our numbers. And we see Tampa is slightly better. Minnesota is struggling in some key areas like on base, OPS. You see all the stuff there. 6-4, 7-3. Tampa's better at runs compared with 8 versus 21. I am 4 versus 22 RBIs. Yeah, Tampa is doing better, and they're at home, which is nice. Let's come over here and look at the old props. Anything we have. Pablo Lopez is going up against Drew Rasmussen, and we can see everything here. Now we have an 80%. We have Pablo over strikeouts. So we want to look at this versus Tampa. Tampa, unfortunately, is 4th in strikeouts. And unless Pablo is Scooble, we ain't messing with that, which he isn't, we know. So no, I'm not taking that. And then we have a couple unders we could potentially look at. Rasmussen under strikeouts against Minnesota, who is 16th in strikeouts. We're not messing with that. We need someone who is one way or the other. We don't do the middle of the pack. Pablo hits allowed. You've gone over this once in the last 5 games. Tampa is 15th in hits. Doesn't help me. And then lastly, we got Pablo earned runs. You have gone over this number once in the last 5. Tampa is 8th in runs. So none of the props really stand out for us. So let's just look and see if there's any like bats that are standing out. Maybe one pitcher doesn't have good history. We'll see. Rasmussen versus Minnesota. And we can see there's no home runs. First thing I noticed. Then we look at like 300 over 10 at bats, 400. And there's not much here. So we go to Tampa, we go to Pablo, and see what happens here. We have a home run for old Below. And we got, but that's all he's ever done because his average is terrible. So we wouldn't take him on a player prop. And then we got a bunch of nothing. Whole lot of nothing. Nothing's really standing out. If I want to take a player prop, like a hitter, like a batter prop, I need somebody that has at least a 300 over like double-digit at bats. I need someone who has success against the pitcher. And this is why I don't look at lefty-righties too often because, yeah, this is the whole season stat. I don't care what you did in April anymore. But we almost in June. So how do you think it's going to matter when we get to July and August? See? So none of that stands out. But I'll show you the bats. I got you. Don't worry. Let's see right there. We got a double 100 though. I mean, the dude has been ranking. We took him a couple days ago to hit HR, and what did he do? Home run first at bats. Today though, we saw he has a terrible average. Yeah, 1.5 HR is doing great. His average is terrible. He does have a home run, so I think we're going to leave it alone. And it's sad to say, I think. Let's look at the pitchers. I might lean Tampa home. This is the only thing. Like this is kind of leaning Tampa a little bit. So let's look at the pitchers earned runs just to see. Man, Pablo's been good too. Ooh, Pablo's been good. Let's see, Rasmussen, have you been equally as good? Because if not, no. Ooh, damn. Yeah, no, this was too close. I don't like this. We're passing again. I know. Next, hey, maybe 4 times the charm. Let's see. Let's move on. Next one. White Sox and Mets. We took the White Sox yesterday. Plus, they were actually cut right there the whole game, and then they gave it away. And I believe it was the 8th they gave it away. You bastards. Let's see. 250 Mets, 7.5. I know if you bet the Mets, you were sweating a little bit. Probably that's yeah. I told you you'd be sweating. I told you. So let's go to the spreadsheet. We can see again, Sox stats are a little bit better. Now the gap has closed a little bit because the Mets have gotten a little bit better themselves. So they are 1-4, lost 3. Cool. We were just doing +1.5. Let's see who's pitching today. So Rasmussen, we're done with you. Go away. We need to swap over to the Sox and the Mets. And we have Shane Smith and Griff Canning. All right. We have 80% Shane Smith strikeouts. Mets, how are you with strikeouts? You are currently sitting on 9th. Nah, good. We can't take Shane Smith. Let's come back over here. Let's see. Griff Canning strikeouts, 1 out of 5 over. The White Sox are 22nd in strikeouts at 8.5. So we can't really mess with the under there. If they were like top 10 or something, we could maybe work an under. But Shane Smith over earned runs. Shane Smith has not given up 3 earned runs in only 1 out of 5 games. Mets are 23rd in runs. That might be something. Hold on, let's investigate this one a little bit. He's been to Seattle 1, 2. Yeah, perhaps. He's only pitched in that's his games this season. He's averaging 1.4 in the season. He's got this right here. Let's see. Let's look at the history. Look, we might have something here. Okay. We got a 205. It doesn't matter. No home runs. Nothing's cool here. Shane Smith, show me. Nothing. Does it sound crazy? I might take Shane Smith under earned runs. He gave up 3 here. Cubs, Miami, KC, Milwaukee. Who else we faced? Minnesota, Boston. 2 teams got you for 3. Boston again. I see this. I see the Mets are struggling still. Their hits are low. Their average is low. Their earned runs are low. They're only getting 3 runs a game, period. He's at 2.5. What's the under? What's his under prop? Let's take a look. I might take it. First one's going to be the White Sox play again. I know, crazy. So he's averaging 1.4 last 10, 1.4 last 5, 1.4 all season. So it's just, that's what he averages. Under 2.5 earned runs, Shane Smith. I'm going to take it. Why not? Next. All right, moving on to Boston and Milwaukee. So we finally got to play. We got that out of the way. So we're on game 5 now. Yeah. Ooh. Boston, Milwaukee is currently Milwaukee 154 with a 7.5. Milwaukee? I guess so. It makes sense when you look at it. You realize Milwaukee's been playing good. 7-3 last 10, won 3 in a row now. You can see the stats. Both teams, that's a lot of yellow. We hate seeing yellow on the sheet. We want to see reds and greens. We want this to look like a Christmas special out there, not just, no, not the best. Let's go over here. Goodbye, Shane Smith. You better do your job today. Do your job. So, let's see what we got. Pop over here. Brewers, haha. Peralta versus Bello, L-O-A-A. Let's see, we got Peralta, 1.5 walks. You're really good at giving up 2 walks a game. Boston, how are you at walks? You get 3.2, which is 13th. Don't love that. I could take it though, but I don't love it. Don't care. Peralta hits allowed. Okay, Boston, how are you at hits? You're 13th at hits at 8.3. All right. But that's actually, you're only going over 5. You only get 5 hits or more in 1 of the last 5 games. That's impressive. Peralta earned runs over 1.5 or 2.5. Boston is averaging 16th in runs. Everything's yellow. Everything's going to be a pass probably. Bello earned runs. Milwaukee is, yeah, you haven't given up many runs. Damn, okay. So nothing here prop-wise because the way the bats are going and everything. So let's look at the earned runs. Yeah, Bello's been good. Remember last year when there was that stretch where he was just not good right here? Remember that? Yeah, dude turned it around this season. That is impressive. He's only at 2.2, but he did get blew up 1 time. But 2-2-0-1-1, I'll take a 7 occasionally. That's fine. You're not going to win every game. It's okay. Let's look at these matchups. Peralta versus Boston. Here's your stats. Story got a home run, and that's it. Nothing else. We're going to Milwaukee. Bello has, well, Haas has a home run and 2 at-bats, and that's it. Nothing else here, man. These at-bats are terrible. There's no like real data today. Oh, man, you were over. Both teams are. There's nothing. Let's look at Peralta. Both pitchers look good. Both bats look eh. The walks are. Your walks are kind of off, kind of crazy, my dude. Kind of crazy. We need you to get 2 walks in the game. Did we take this? Oh no, let's look. Your earned runs look good too. You're averaging 1.5 last 10. 2025 1.5. Yeah, I could take the under in this one if I wanted to more than anything. 7.5, it would make sense. Let's take, do we take his walks? That's the thing. 2.5, or no, 1.5. Boston is getting 3.2, 3.3. They do walk a good bit. So I'm going to take this. I want to have something. So give me Peralta over 1.5 walks Let me show it to you right here. There's his walks. That's what he's been doing. I'm going to take this play right here, and then we're going to go on to the next one. All right, let's move on to the next game. Going to be Houston and the A's currently. Where we at? Where we be at? How far down I got to go? Right there. I'm blind. I'm blind. Leave me alone. Houston 135, 8.5 is our total spreadsheet. We can see offense is doing decent. Houston, you see how they're doing. You see how the A's are doing. Let's pop over and look at the pitchers. Ready for all we're doing. Jabella, we're done with you. We want Milwaukee. We want to change it to the A's and Astros. Lance McCullers is going out there. Doesn't have much stats, but we have props at least. We'll look at him closer. We have nothing for Severino, but we'll look at these anyway. So McCullers has pitched in 4 games this season. Earned run-wise, 0.702. Good job, McCullers. Good job. Yeah, you pitched in 0.1 innings. That was a wonderful game. Wonderful. McCullers has not much. 0 for 3, 1 for 3. And then we go to Houston. We see Severino does have a little more at-bats. Diaz, 429 with 2 home runs and 7 at-bats. This is something we could potentially take a batter prop on. This is some history we like. Altuve, 350 and 20 at-bats. That's something we could take a little bit of take a hit for. There's a couple things we can do. So Diaz, Altuve, let's go ahead and bounce over here to the props and see if they're showing up in the list. Well, look at who's first. Look at who's first, Mr. Altuve. And then we got Butler, Cam, Brooker, Mutz. Yeah, Altuve, there's Altuve runs. Yeah, sometimes the plays just write themselves, don't they? Last 10, you see what he's been up to. Dude has been crushing. All we need is him to get a run, a hit, or just 2 a total. Based on his history, he has hit 20 at-bats, 350 average. I love that. So I think he could do that. So I'm going to take Altuve to get an HRR prop. There we go. Simple as that. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. And I won't take anything else in this one. Yeah, that's my play. We're going to take it. Altuve, HRR, next. All right, moving on to Pittsburgh and Arizona is up next. And we have Arizona is slightly favored, 7.5. What a game yesterday. We hit the first 5.5 money line for Arizona, and then in like the 7th inning, Pittsburgh scored 7 runs. So it worked out beautiful because Arizona ended up losing the game, but we had the money line in the first 5. Love that play. That was good stuff. Looking at the spreadsheet today, you see the numbers, how they're doing. Pittsburgh 5-5. Look at Pittsburgh having a little bit of life. They still can't score runs to do anything. Even with the blow up from yesterday, they still only 23rd runs. That's pathetic. 3-7. Arizona is struggling. Let's look over at the props. Look at the numbers. Who do we have in the picture today? It is Zach Gallen versus, it's Paul Skeens Day. And they're an underdog. That's a first. I have yet to see them as a dog with Skeens pitching on the road. That tells us a lot right there. Skeens strikeouts, 6.5. He's only gone over this 2 out of 5 times. But we got to look at it. Underdog Pittsburgh, huh? I mean, they can't score. I mean, he can strike, he can have a perfect game, and they'll still lose because they can't score nothing sometimes. So let's look at the pitchers a little closer. There's no one probably have a Skeens give up 2 walks. Arizona is 21st in walks, so we're not going to mess with that. Skeens strikeouts. So what he's done. Yeah, you see he's only averaging 6.3. Yeah, they keep setting this line at 6.5, and people keep biting at it because the books are just banking on this dude this season. Last season, they got owned in the first half, but now they're getting their money back. They're getting the licks back. The last 2 days, we got ours back a little bit. I took this prop last time. I took the 8. We all, I think it was 8 or 9. It was one of these 2 I took. I can't remember. I think it was this one. But I did take I took some hits given up. I've taken runs. We've taken a lot of different Skeens props. I like his outs usually if I can get it, which is right here because it's see, but then they set it at 6.1. I hate they changed it to 8.5. When it was 17.5, it was free money almost. Let's look at, actually, let me look at the histories. What am I doing? Pop over here, matchup, y'all in. Okay, Zach versus Pittsburgh. I just saw a lot of green. I was like, whoa, okay. This is Pittsburgh with all this green? Damn, okay. So Pham has a home run, no one else does, but a lot of green. We go to Arizona versus Skeens. Nothing. What is we doing? Nothing here at all. So, Skeens strikeouts. Arizona is 7 to strikeouts. I don't want to take that. We look at this. I don't like that. Pittsburgh is a dog. Yet they have. I would assume. I mean, let's look at a little bit closer. Let's look at his stats. Because I'm going to say Skeens is the better pitcher by far, but Skeens is the better pitcher by far. I see this shit. My God. Yeah, and then remember, we see the history. We see Pittsburgh. They have good history against Gallen. And you see how he's been this season. He's averaging 3.2. 3.27 in the whole season, 3.2 last five. He's not good. He's not doing well. Pittsburgh just had an explosion of runs yesterday, so they know what it feels like. Skeens is pitching, so I'm fine with. I don't think Arizona's going to get many runs. Am I crazy to take Pittsburgh money line? Am I crazy to take that? I think I might just take that plus 108. Plus 1.5 is a little juicy. I might not take that, but I think I'm gonna go straight up. Can I get like a hold up? Let's go like first five. Let's see if we can do that again. That was fun yesterday. 5 innings, first 5 run line, Pittsburgh plus half. Yes, Pittsburgh plus half right there. We're going for that one right there. So that all that means is at the start of the 6th inning, Pittsburgh cannot be losing by 2. They can be, I mean, they can't, no, they can't even be losing more. They need to be tied. That's what it is. They need to be tied or winning. They cannot be losing. So we'll take that. Pittsburgh half, first 5, next. All right, moving on to the next game, which is going to be San Diego. Whew, we went a little digging for the last one. Man, Pittsburgh, first 5, half. All right, whatever. We got Miami, San Diego here. Let's pop on down here. And we see San Diego 160, 8.5. We had Miami plus 1.5 yesterday. They were there, but then an 8th inning random run by San Diego gave them a 2-run lead, and they held on. You bums. Look at the spreadsheet. Still bums. Don't care. I would take that play every day of the week. Wouldn't care, not once. But things happen. You can't control them. So still lean. Miami's still better with the bats. San Diego is still San Diego. So they're still struggling. They've been struggling for the past week now. So let's come over here and let's see who is going to be pitching. Goodbye, Skeens. Let's open up this one. Who's in here? Oh, it's Sandy Day. Sandy and Kyle Hart. Now, Sandy versus San Diego. I'm sorry. Sandy is struggling. Sandy is not Sandy. I say this every time Sandy goes out there. Look at this. He is in, this is 8 straight games. He's given up 2.5 runs. It's minus 120 now. I need to see your history for San Diego. It's going to look good because the history, but I wish I could see for just the past 2 years, 3 years maybe. Kyle Hart's never pitched against Miami, so nothing there. San Diego. Sandy, even now, home run for Diaz, home run for Bogarts. Yeah, it's going to be a bad day for Sandy. I'm sorry. I know San Diego's struggling a little bit, but they both popped off a runs yesterday, but I think San Diego might tee off on him. Just saying. You see what he's done. It's not the same dude. I don't know. They need to send him to the minors and just go figure it out. Go send him down, let him just work on some stuff, or maybe the surgery didn't work right. Something happened, because that is not the same dude we saw. That was a monster. That dude is a different type of monster. Ugh. So, yeah, let's see what we got. Miami, San Diego 160 makes 100% makes sense here. Let's look at the bats. Any bats is standing out this one. We could easily say 2 props in this one. That's pitching. I want bats. Thank you. Right here. Load them up and show them to you so you can actually see them. And we got that's your bats. Not many. Even though both teams, San Diego struggled. That's why we have more Miami players. Manny Machado. Let's see how Machado's doing. It's all Machado. How have you been historically versus? Damn, that's pretty good. Yeah, you had your streak end, but then you had a streak of 4. Now you can go back to it. So let's see how you've been versus Sandy overall. I'm kind of curious by that. Sandy versus Machado. He has 9 at bats, batting 667. Yeah, we could take 2 multiple things here. I could take Sandy earned runs. I could take San Diego money line. I could take San Diego team total. We're gonna fade Sandy again. I think that's the top thing we can do. So we're gonna go Alcantara over 2.5 earned runs. We're gonna play it every time until he doesn't do it, which means he needs to give up a 2. I don't think he can do it. I think San Diego's going to pop off on him. Even though San Diego was struggling, we saw them put up an 8 spot yesterday, so that shows they can do it. Sorry, Sandy. Next. Man. Still want to take, I might take Machado anyways. I already got a Sandy for this. We're already moving on to the next one. I'm going to think about what I want to do. I'm still fading Sandy 100%. We're going to go on for now. St. Louis and Baltimore is up next. Currently, we have a pick'em. Slightly Baltimore. 8.5 is our total. Let's go look at the sheets. We see the numbers. St. Louis, you can see how the numbers are going. This is all about the same. Nothing's really standing out here. Maybe strikeouts for a St. Louis pitcher if that's what's happening today, but I don't know. Let's pop over here to the props and take a look, shall we? Wait for it to load up. Let's swap over to a different game. Cardinals and O's, and we have Mikolas going up against Povich. Povich has not given up 5 hits in 4 of the last 5 games. Mikolas has gone over strikeouts because it's only 3.5. Why wouldn't you go for 3.5, dude? But you've gone over, and you're facing Baltimore, who's 27 in strikeouts. Yep, there we go. I don't like taking 3.5 strikeout dudes, but hey, Hey, hey. Oh man, that doesn't look good. 4, that's the best you can do. You're averaging 3.6 in your last. Oh no. Oh no. Baltimore is bad at strikeouts, but man, I don't want to. I don't. Oops, broke G. 9.6, 27th. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I don't know about that. It's a low number. Oh man. Okay, Povich history, nothing. Baltimore Mikulas history, basically nothing. So man. I don't know. 126 can get it for 100. Minus 100. Okay, no, that's plus same thing. Let's see. He's getting. Let's see. Man, if I can't take this. There's no shot. Not a chance. I'm taking that. I don't. I'm not taking 3.5 strikeout dudes. That dude's inclined to easily get a 0 out there, and I'm gonna punch the wall. We can't be having that. So if I had to take something, I would take that, but I don't have to take everything, so I can pass, and that's what I'm gonna do next. All right, moving to Atlanta and Philadelphia. Currently 145 Philly, 7.5 is our total spreadsheet. Overs did not work yesterday. Man, Atlanta left so many stranded. I saw that. I kept seeing updates. I'm like, why? Every time it was 2-0, 2-0. Like, come on, this should be like 7-4 right now. What are we doing? Offenses, they were getting on base, but they were just leaving them there. Leave them there to die. So let's go to props, because right now it's same situation as yesterday in that game. Let's come on down here. Braves and Phillies. We have Wheeler going up against AJ Smith-Shawver. Let's see, Wheeler strikeouts, it's good. Atlanta's 20th at 8.4. We have Shawver strikeouts 4.5. Philly is 14th. We're not taking that. Sorry, 4.5. Now, Wheeler, we could absolutely take strikeouts against Atlanta because Wheeler is good. And there's going to be tons of data on this. Wheeler hits. He has not given up 5 hits. Shawver, nope. Shawver earned runs. He has not gone over this. So, interesting little matchup. Wheeler's been amazing at strikeouts this season. Like, easily one of the top ones we can see. And then we go look last 5. He's averaging 7.6, which is beautiful. We look at the matchups. Wheeler versus Atlanta. Look at all the at-bats. That's what we want. We want data, and we got tons of it. Look at that. Yeah, we're going to have home runs. You have 47 at-bats, you're going to give up some home runs, especially to Acuna. Yeah, it's going to happen. But look at the numbers. I care about strikeouts, 34, 17. That's a lot of strikeouts right there built up. That's good stuff. I could take this. And then we go to the other side, and we see AJ has no history. So, cool. I think I might take this. 7.6 is your average. 6.5. Atlanta's averaging 8.4. This might be a little sweatier than it should be, but I think, yeah. Well, have they faced them this year? That's the first question. How many times have you faced them so far? 2025, you have faced the Braves exactly 0 times. Nope, sorry, 1 time, and you had 7. There it is right there. So you did 7 before. This was at Atlanta. Now you're at home. You need 7. I think you can get that. I think that can happen. Let's go look at the bats too, just in case, because some people want to see that. I know. I got you. There we go. Load them up. That's the pitchers again. They don't get Machado out of there. Yeah, I think we're gonna leave Machado alone. It looks decent, but I think we're gonna pass on that one. So let's just come back over here. Get rid of that. Put some Braves bats. Ooh, look at Ozzy to get a hit. Awesome. Ozzy has been crushing. What is Ozzy's numbers against Wheeler? That's another thing we need to look at. Having all this data is very nice. Ozzy is in 50 at bats. He's got a $160. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. You know, with Schwarber, we got Verdugo, we got nothing. No. Give me Wheeler to have a good day. Give me Wheeler to have 7 strikeouts next. All right, let's move on to Cincy and Kansas City. We took Cincinnati money line yesterday. That was a great hit because they took off in the middle of the, and it worked out nice. It was great. So today we have barely Cincy with a 7.5. Let's look at the spreadsheet numbers. Again, we're going to be leaning Cincinnati unless KC has some amazing all-stars I haven't paid attention to out there. So let's find out. Do you have that? Today, pitching, boop, boop. Red Royals, load them up. We got Hunter Green. That's a great start for Cincinnati. You got Noah Cameron. Who? Exactly. Let's find out, because we know what Hunter Green's all about. He's pretty good. Hold up. Okay. I was joking about having some kind of all-star, but you have 3 starts this season. 3 starts, 30, 17, and 23. 6-6 and 6-1, 6-1, 6-2. Literally, you've been shutting people out. What is this? Where did you find this all-star at, Kansas City? Who is this? How many strikeouts you get? 8? Who is you? I'm taken back. I'm like, what? Hmm. Hmm. Okay. 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 Hold up. Let's dig a little deep. Let's pop. Let's go back. Swap. I'm a little baffled. Who'd you face? You faced Minnesota, who was in the middle of their. Probably this was what? This was 5 days ago. So Minnesota had finished their streak already. We have St. Louis, who was middle of the road, and Tampa, who's middle of the road. So you faced three decent bats at least, too. Oh, buddy. Okay, that's a little concerning. Hunter Green, what have you been up to? 1.5. That tells me a lot right there off the get, which means you have been 1.4. You had a 5 and a 3 in your last 5 games. Damn, what? What? What are we doing? What are we doing here? Oh man, last 5. You're averaging 2-2, and Noah Cameron's averaging nothing, basically. He's averaging a point, yeah, a 0.67. Yeah, I'm trying to do that math. You see it. I don't. Let's go. Hunter Green, what's your history looking like? Hunter Green, not literally 1 for 5. That's it. Hmm. I'm I'm a little taken aback by now. I'm a little perplexed. I don't want to take Cincy now. Not against Noah Cameron. He's pitched 3 good games. Dude might be a legit like the next All-Star coming out. Like, but Hunter Green's out there, so if anything, I should take the under. 7.5. We have two stud. Well, Hunter Green's not been that stud. How is this stud to you? Do you think this is stud? 5 to Baltimore, 3 to Colorado, 2 to the Cubs, nothing Atlanta. These are bad, but this was bad. I don't know. I'm not. I'm. Yeah, we're gonna be smart. We're gonna leave alone. We're gonna pass next. All right. I had to take a minute, compose myself because I was just so taken back by that. Wow. Anyways, moving on. New game. Colorado Cubs. Moving on. Don't care. What? God, Chicago 350. 350 with a 7.5 total. Okay. Okay. Who's pitching today? Is it gonna be is it Sensatellia today? I haven't even looked at the pictures yet, but we're about to find out. Look at all the ones still, look at all of the ones, and then look at all the low 20s. Oh man, oh man. Pitchers. Goodbye, Hunter Green. Goodbye, Noah Cameron. Time just for it's gotta be Sensatellia, right? Who else could it be? Who else could it be? Tanner Gordon. Huh? 350 for Tanner Gordon? Mm. Boy, he's giving up earned runs. You see, he's been 100%. Now, Colorado is literally 29th in runs, so that doesn't matter. Gordon, have you been giving up that? Have you been that bad, Tanner? Tanner. 3.9 in the last 10, 2025. You only pitched in 2 games, though. You had a 4 and a 2. That was Detroit and New York, two of the hottest bats on both sides. So you've been actually not bad. Not bad at all. Am I going to take Colorado? Not a chance in hell. Not a chance. Boyd history. Farmer. Mm-hmm. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum. And you can see 571. We'll see. You never faced them. This is interesting. Let's go to bats. Let's go look at these bats over here. See what we got. We want Cubs, Rocks, and Farmer. Farmer again, huh? Just to get a hit, run RBI. That's all we need. Farmer has a good history versus Boyd. That's interesting. 571 and 7 bats is what? 4 for 7? That's not a lot of data, but it's something. And it's better than taking Chicago money line 350. That's for damn sure. I'll take Farmer. Farmer's the first one that popped up too. Look at that. He popped up. I will take it. Why not? Let's do that. We're gonna go Farmer. We are farmers. Farmer over 0.5 HRR. Let's take that. It just sometimes they write themselves. We see something and it pops up first. Yeah, it looks pretty good. So we'll take Farmer next. All right, moving on from the Cubs, Rocks. We're going to Texas and Toronto, and yeah, we said yesterday under was possibilities of play. Did you see how long it took for a run was scored in that game? That was well, if you liked unders, that was amazing. Otherwise, it wasn't. Currently, we have 135 Texas with an 8.5 total. Look over here, spreadsheet. Look at all the red still. Just beautiful red. If you like unders, let's go to pitchers. Who's going out there today? Get rid of those two. Pop this open. Go to Texas. And we see Tyler Molly versus who? Who's going out there against you? Eric Lauer. Well, we need some data on Eric Lauer, don't we? I think we do. Let me open this up so you can see it. Eric, you have pitched in this season alone. You have started, you pitched in 5 games. You started 2 with 16.1 innings. You're averaging like 3 innings. Yeah, 4, 3, 4, 0. Yeah, you started last 2. You got roughed up a little bit last time against Tampa. Only a 3-1 game with these low scoring ass games. All right, let's go to props. Let's dig a little deeper. We gotta look at you some because so far nothing's looking good. Everybody's looking boring. So boring today. Let's see. Tyler, history. Vladdy has a home run and 3 at bats. That's it. 0 for 4, 1 for 7. You see decent stuff. Texas, oh, I do have some Lauer stats. Not much though. Not much at all. So nothing we want to take here. I don't want to take any of these props. I can tell you right now. If anything, what's your earn runs looking like? You've been pretty damn good. 1.1 last 10, 2025, 1.09. And then the other side, we don't even have props, but we can see his ERA on the season is 3.31. That and 1.1 whip. Not bad. Not bad. We could still take the under if we want to, but man, I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to. I think I just they were so low scoring yesterday. I'm afraid they're gonna pop off today, so I'm gonna leave it alone. Pass next. All right, moving on to the next one. We got Yankees and Angels. Currently, we got Yankees 164 with an 8.5 total. Look over at the sheet, and we can see both teams still doing decent with the bats, both above average. A lot of yellow though. We don't like all that yellow. So let's pop over to the prop. See who the pitchers are going to be. Goodbye, friends. Load up this one. Boop boop. Yankees Angels. We got Clark Schmidt going out there against Kikuchi. And we can see he has not given up. First thing I noticed was 0 earned runs. I mean, 0 times over 2.5 in the last 5. Only 3 the last 10. Damn. You're going against the Yankees though, so you better be on it. His strikeouts are not good. He doesn't give up. He don't get 7 strikeouts. Schmidt runs over. That leans Angels. That leans Angels. That leans Angels. That leans Angels. Angels, huh? Interesting. Let's open up both these dudes up and just peek under the hood. Clark Schmidt has not been good. This is not good. I mean, well, it's not terrible, but it's not good. So, yeah, let's look at this. Kikuchi versus Yankees. LeMahieu is a 320 and 25 bats. Judge is only batting 200, 2 home runs and 25 bats. I would give that a win for Kikuchi. Absolutely. Angels, Clark Schmidt. Not much here at all to really talk about, so we can't really worry about that. So this isn't good. And then we come over and see Kikuchi with his earned runs, and we see, yeah, dude's been balling. So I'm going to take the Angels. I can get the Angels at home plus 1.5 at minus 115. I'm down. I'm down. Give me that 100%. Taking that next. All right, last game of the day is going to be Washington and Seattle, and we currently see what it is. Seattle 210 with an 8 total. Head over here to the spreadsheet. We can see the numbers, everything. It's one of the days where not many things that look great, but we still ended up with, I have 8 plays already. How the hell do I have 8 plays? It happens. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it's weird. It felt like I didn't have that many, but whatever. Props. Who is going to be pitching today? We pop over here. We look at this. Yep. And we see George Kirby versus Trevor Williams. George Kirby. What did y'all strikeouts looking like recently? I need to see. 2020. You've only pitched 1 game. That's why I'm like, wait a minute. Last 5, 2025 strikeout. How many did you have? 4? Okay, cool. Oh, see, Trevor Williams' earned runs has not been good. He has been getting rocked, apparently. Yep. Look at that. Okay, now that's bad. This is bad. We can't be having this happen. So, yeah, George Kirby, you've had 1 game. You had 5 earned runs too. So you aren't the best either. So I can't really talk shit about either one of you. Hits, runs are both average. Like we see average runs. They're still 4. That's still 8.6. What's our total sitting at? 8. 8. We have no weather to worry about, really, because of Seattle. So I just, I'm going to be real. I think I might have to take the over in this one just based on looking at Williams. And then let me look at the bats real quick. I'm just kind of curious about the bats now for some reason. Let's see, National Mariners. Yeah, the bats are doing decent. We got enough players on there. Okay. I closed the wrong screen by accident. Oops. Let me bring me back up so I can see the pictures again. Kirby, earned runs. Kirby strikeouts has not gone over last 5. Williams strikeouts has not gone over. They both have not been striking dudes out, which is great. Earned runs is good. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to take the over of 8. Basically, we're going to fade both pitchers. So let's go over of 8, and then we're going to end it right there. You're probably like, man, you didn't take no money lines. I know. I didn't plan that. It just happened. So let's go back to the schedule so we can get out of here. So tomorrow, brace yourself. You see tomorrow? Here it comes. Whoop, that's it. 4 games. Hey, we ain't mad at it. Baseball's a slog to get through. It's 15 games every single day, back to back to back. So we kind of cherish days like this where there's a little bit of a break. So I will be here tomorrow. I will make a video for these 4 games. Don't you worry. And I'll probably I will force myself to take a play at every one of these games, regardless. It's 4 games. Why not? So I appreciate you being here. Drop a like, subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you're playing. Other than that, check out the HQ. Go check it out. You want the plays typed out or access to the spreadsheets. We have other sports. There's 4 other sports going on right now. So there it is right there. I will be here tomorrow, and I will see you then for more MLB. Peace.